First and foremost, all praises be to Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Shem, we conquer Dutch. Level honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. And Shalawam, to the Lord's hopeful elect, man, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves in this truth. Hey, Shalawam, brothers and sisters. Another morning edification, it's brother Yahawashi Kazak. Through the spirit and power of Yahawah, This is this lesson is entitled Yahawashi did it. Okay, speaking upon Hanukkah, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? The feast of dedication. So, what are you doing? Our people, we have to stay dedicated. And what is the whole feast? Understanding that whole war, right? This is a very important part of our history that our people do not, for the most part, don't know and don't care to research. But it's major because Yahawah got us through that. And this is making way for the Hebrew and the customs to be preserved in that time. Okay, Shalawam, brother Yahawashi, Barak. Okay, so it's very important, to read the book of Maccabees, because without that, this is what these so-called pastors don't read. This is what most people don't read, to understand the dedication, because this is the feast of dedication. To understand the dedication that our people had. If Yahawashi did this feast, right, which this is in the scriptures. Right, that Yahawashi did the feast of dedication, right? If our people actually care about Yahawashi, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ, wouldn't they care about what he did? Right, and that shows you automatically, that's evidence that they don't care. They just talk. So somebody talking, they don't really care. Right, because the servant is not greater than the master. That's said 100 times, man. The servant is not greater than the master. You should suffer persecution. You got to go through the sufferings that Yahawashi went through, etc., etc. So it's letting you know, if you truly do love Yahawashi, that you're going to go through what he did, you're going to do what he did, you're going to walk the same path, right? So you should try to understand what he did. Try to understand truly his teachings. And at the end of the day, he was telling the apostles that private sayings and giving them that knowledge of what he was doing at that point in time so they could understand. So, matter of fact, I want to go to 1 Maccabees, the 4th chapter, real quick. And these feast days is never about the food, as Elder Apostle Tahar always says. The Passover is not a lamb dinner. It's never about the food. It's about really reverencing and honoring what happened to our people. Okay? And let's go down some. First Maccabees 4:8. Then said Judas to the men that were with him, fear ye not their multitude, neither be ye afraid of their assault. Because the whole time we was fighting, right, we was doing what? Mostly like guerrilla warfare. You had the Greeks coming, and they had far more men than we had. But we knew the land, and we knew how to take advantage of it. And Yahawah was with us. So we used guerrilla warfare, we used ambushes, we used, taking advantage of the land and things like that to get them. Alright? Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea when Pharaoh pursued them with an army. And at the end of the day, that was through the strength and power of Yahawah. By Hashem Yahawashi. Because Yahawashi was also leading us. Now therefore let us cry unto heaven, if preadventure the Lord will have mercy upon us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and destroy this host before our face this day. This whole entire situation, man, was putting your strength and your faith and your trust in Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi the whole time. In a time of war, right? And I believe when brothers get those powers, we're gonna be in that same type, right? We're gonna be fighting robots, we're gonna be fighting drones, we're gonna be fighting tanks, we're gonna be fighting armored vehicles, jets, all this type of stuff that Esau has, laser weapons, whatever it be, man. We're gonna be fighting all this type of stuff, right? Being Yahawashi's, being Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi's battle axes. We're gonna have to trust in him that we can get through all of this. You know, verse 11, that so all the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel. Then the strangers lifted up their eyes and saw them coming over against them. Wherefore they went out of the camp to battle, but they that were with Judas sounded their trumpets. So they joined battle, and the heathen, being discomforted, fled into the plain. Alright? And that's how it's going to be, man. Because they're going to be terrified of us when they understand that our God is really with us. The same way they terrified of us right now when we preaching on the corners. We don't have no type of army or nothing with us, but they can't look us in the eyes. They can't stop and listen. They don't want to listen. Alright? The foolish will stop and scoff and mock and talk some bullshit. Right? Because they just ignorant. But most of these people are what? Scared. They as Revelations 11 chapter talks about, man, it's fear upon them because we standing upon our feet. Verse 15, howbeit all the hindmost of them were slain with the sword, for they pursued them unto Gazawah, and unto the plains of Adumia, and Azatoth, and Jania, so that there were slain of them upon 3,000 men. This done, Judas returned again with his hosts from pursuing them. Alright, man, what are you doing? Alright, man. Okay. And said to the people, be not greedy of the spoil, inasmuch as there is a battle before us. And Gorgias and his hosts are here by us in the mountain. But stand ye now against our enemies, and overcome them, and after this you may boldly take the spoils. As Judas was just speaking these words, there appeared a part of them looking out of the mountains, who when they perceived that the Jews had put their host to flight, and were burning the tents, for the smoke that was seen declared what was done. When therefore they perceived these things, they were sore afraid, and seeing also the host of Judas in the plain, ready to fight, they fled every one into the land of strangers. And that's through the strength and power of Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. Because we were few, we were less. And I'm gonna go into that later today, going into the whole account, going into the numbers and all of that we had. And I got a little visual video on YouTube that goes into it, right? But we were outnumbered. Most of the fights, we were outnumbered, right? It was the spirit, man. It was Yahawah being with us, because we was outnumbered most of the entire fight, man. You know, and the same way right now, we are in a sense outnumbered, but we not, because as the scriptures say, it'd be more with us than it be with them. All right, that's always mentioned. You know, the same way it was like with Gideon. It was Yahawah created it to make it like it was like hundreds and thousands of men with him when he rode around the camp. The same, look at the battle of Jericho when they walked around the city and the walls fell. Yahawah he makes the supernatural happen, where we don't supposed to win that, but we win because our power is with us. That's what we have over these people. They may have the technology, the money, the resources, the weapons. They got all that, right? What do we got? I've been in the military, but I'm not like super skilled in warfare. I don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna be raised up. That's why we gotta trust in our power. We can't trust in going and buying a pew pew and getting some ammo and a vest and fighting it out. These 2/3 that do that, you're gonna die a terrible death, man. You know, you're gonna die a terrible death, and it's because you didn't trust in the Lord. You didn't trust in Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. So he allowed you to go into that death. He allowed you to die. You know, and we ain't gonna have no sympathy for you. We not gonna save any 2/3 out here that's shooting. Okay? Yahawah gonna allow some of these 2/3 to take some of these Edomites out, yeah. But he's eventually gonna allow them to die, man. Yeah. Our weapons are not carnal, exactly. So we trusting in the spirit. So that's what I'm saying. All these feasts is spiritual. It's never a lamb dinner. It's never whatever you cooking. It's all spiritual. You know, that's why Judas was saying, don't care about the spoils right now. We're going to get the spoils later on. We get the reward later on. We don't care about, you know, taking all this stuff right now. Fuck they Lamborghinis, all that stuff. Right? We want to destroy them. We don't want nothing they have. We don't envy or covet our enemy. We don't want nothing that they have. We want to destroy them because they evil and they wicked, and we want our kingdom. So we don't want nothing that they have in this kingdom because it's all weak. All right, and with that being said, all praises be to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Hey, Shalawam, brother. All right, Kwam Yasharahla. Shalawam to you brothers and sisters out there. Hope this was edifying. Shalawam. Happy Hanukkah, man. Shalawam.